All right, so today we're going to be doing a Toyota Prius headliner, hail damage repair, very minor. So I'm going to show you how to take a headliner down. This is pretty much how you do it on all Toyotas. It's very simple if you do it the right way. Let's take a look. Okay, so now that we have it set up on the tripod, I'm going to show you exactly how to take these out. They're not difficult once you learn it, but they can be scary if you've never done these before. Let's get going. First thing you do, move it out of the way. Usually twist, on all Toyotas, twist, pull out. And then it has a little notch here and one here. So what you do is what I always do. Stick it up here in between the headliner and that, push, bring it down, hold it. There's a little notch here, you just lift it, and then it comes right out. Just like that. That's it. There's a little push button here you push in, both sides. Now for this, you're gonna stick it in this little slot here. Not all Toyotas are gonna have that slot. And you just go all the way around until that comes out. This is definitely old school, because there's no clip or bolts. And that just comes right out. And then you have to get these tabs out as well. And you can put these back into here. So that's out. Next we'll get these lights out. And there's nothing, so we're good. Okay, perfect. So that's kind of what I thought. There's tabs, and you just pull it down. So I'm gonna release the back and see what it looks like. 2 tabs, 3 tabs here. That's it. Good to go. I'm gonna piece of junk. There we go. And then there's 2 tabs up here. I know there's a tab up here. 2 of them. That's how Prius is. And then you disconnect the wiring harness. See those 2 tabs? Boom, boom, boom. That's it. That's Prius. The reason why I know is because when I did this back in the day, a long time ago, on my first Prius, that part right there is got an NVH, a little bit of adhesive that adheres to the skin of the roof, and I pulled it off when I was doing it and messed it up. So just start from the back, pull from the back here, and then same thing here, pull from the back here on the Prius, and it'll come right off very easily. You don't want this to come from the roof skin, because if you do, the overhead console piece will not sit flush up here tight to the headliner, and it'll look weird. So that's how you do it. I'm going to show you how to do the grab handles as well. So pull it down. So with here, you're going to stick your tool in there, and you're going to pull it that way, and then on this side you're going to pull it this way in the little slot, and then it releases. That's how you do it, because it's got these little tabs. The little tiny tab here and a little tiny tab here, you got to pull it either way. Same thing here. Pull it away, and then it'll slide out. You don't pull down, and then with these little, then you just wiggle it. And to get the metal springs out, you get one end up, and then the other end up, and then it comes out. It's got those little prongs. So you push down to get one end out, and then you go in there. That's pretty much it. There's always one side that's tricky, but and then once you get them out, you put them back in. And then you make sure you put your that piece back in, and then this piece back in. So it's put back together, so that way when you go to put the headliner back in, all you do is just snap it in and it goes back into place. That's it. And you do all four the same way. And then these little tabs here, to get those out without breaking it, use a clip tool. You be careful, because they'll stretch and then they'll want to break. And then that's it. You don't want that stem to break from the tab. Okay. So with here, there's these little square pockets. I'll kind of show you. I'll zoom in. On almost all these lights, they're gonna have that little square notch. Really hard to see. There and there. And then that's where you're gonna put the tool in, push it and pry. Just like that. And then they have these little slots, you just push it. And it should just come right out. That's it. You really don't need to do much other than that. Just let it dangle. Same way on these three here. Easy to get out, easy to get out. And then once you get all those out, I'll show you the next step. There's that notch. So this side doesn't have a notch, which is totally fine. So you go from the bottom and you're gonna push it and it'll come out easy, okay? So you go from the side on these without the notch, and then here, just pull it towards you and it'll come right out. So here, grab the notch, pull that way, and here you do the same thing. And then it just comes right out. And then you grab it and lift it up and down, wiggle it, push your tab, squeeze the tab, comes right out. Squeeze the tab, get it in there. It's easy with this 90-degree pick. Okay, so here, see how that side doesn't have the notch? Like, you see the little square notch here? This one doesn't have it. So you go from the bottom, push it, it'll come out. Push it, twist it, and push that way. Go from the back, pull it towards the rear, comes right out. So you're gonna, when you do these tabs, I'm gonna tell you again, you're gonna pull them this way and that way. Don't pull the tab towards you down this way, because it'll just won't happen. Lift it up and down, squeeze the tab, pinch it. So what I'm doing is, I'll show you. I'm squeezing the tab and I'm sticking my tool in and I'm prying against that to push that tab up and release it and pull it out. That's it. And then to build it, put it through the back side, just like that. And push it in. Okay, same thing on this side. Stick it in from the back. Push it in. Well, if they're bent, you gotta unbend it, because you don't want it to be bent. You want it to be sitting right. Otherwise you won't be able to get it in there. Just like that. As soon as you take them out, build them back up so you don't lose the parts. So with this one here, that's it. That's all you do. So we're gonna take these three tabs out. Be careful not to break them. And then I'll put them in the cup holder with a grab handle so they don't get lost. Boom, twist, comes out. Prong, push the prong, lift it with your fingers. I like to go through the top so I can push it down at the same time like that. So, if you don't have a 90-degree pick tool, you can use a small flathead, whatever's easy for you, whatever you have. It's going to take time. Don't expect it to be super easy on the first try. Just don't rush and damage the parts and mar them up. You don't want to mar them up, because if you mar them up, it's just terrible. And people know you've worked on it before because you nicked it, scratched it, whatever. You want it to be clean, no marks on it. So that way people don't know that you've actually been here and repaired it before. Because all you got to do is look, oh man, look at all them scratches all over it. Somebody's been on this before. That's the first sign that somebody's worked on it before. Scratches all over it. I know because I've done it before. So once you take these black clips out from under here, you're just going to place them back in the top of the sun visor. You got to squeeze them to get them into place. Click it, make sure they sit flush. And then you can place this piece back in there. And that's it. And then that's ready to go back in once you put the headliner back up. Let's do it real quick. Push. I get out of your way a little bit. Oops, I dropped it. Insert to the back. To the back. Make sure the tab's not bent or the silver clip. Snap it into place. Good to go. Okay, now that everything's out, we're good to go. We can take these out of the drop the headliner. And what I do to drop the headliners is kind of simple. I'll do this. And I'll roll it and I'm gonna push it towards that way. Over this. Up and over. Same thing on here, up and over. Go ahead and take that out of the way. Good to go. And that's it.